Hello, it's Bricks All Over, back with another LEGO room tour, and the last room tour was all the way back in June 2015, and now that it's June 2016, I am ready to do another one, and I've been trying to find the time to do this, but I'll just show you all the different things that have changed, and some things in the last one I have forgot to show you, so hopefully I'll remember to show you all the different Lego parts of my room. And for those that know, my name is Bricks All Over. The reason is because there's lots of rooms, so that means this will be a several room tour. To start off this room tour, we'll first start by looking at my Lego Movie comforter on my bed. And on one of the walls we have the polybag wall, like the Brick Show has the minifigure wall. And at the top I have most of the minifigure packets. The only ones I don't have is Series 1, the special ones from other countries, and The Simpsons. But I tried to mix and match the themes just to make it different. But there's a few more, but eventually I'll just stop at that place. And one of the big changes comes with this dresser, because this used to be a whole Geonosis scene, but everything got moved around. So here we have the Public Gunship and ATTE. But here we have what I originally planned for the Building the Army segment, where I have all of the different Star Wars figures sorted together and sorted by category. But I'll look at that more in the next update. And just to say something, I wanted to apologize if the lighting is not good in anything, because I don't have any LED lighting on the top ceilings or anything, but just wanted to get that out there before I keep going. But anyways, here's the Endor scene. We have the ATTE, I believe, no, ATSC, and then here's the Hoth scene, and then I put Olaf in there as a cameo. And the shelf down we have more Star Wars. We have Jabba's Palace, the Rancor Pit, Desert Skiff, and T-16 Skyhopper. And on this other shelf we have Sebulba's and Anakin's pod racers, and then a land speeder and Tatooine. And down here we have all the droid stuff from Geonosis. It's really dark because this is the bottom shelf, but there's some droid stuff, Homing Spire Droid, and that's all my extra duplicate droids. Up here is a free shelf, which that will be used for Imperial stuff, because the shelf down is starting to get full and has the Imperial stuff. Hopefully I'll get the advanced prototype soon to put there next to them if it has room. But there's also just Stormtroopers and other Imperial figures throughout this that are duplicate. And then we get into the miscellaneous Star Wars stuff. The Gungan Sub, these other ships that don't really have a spot, but they're not in the Imperial category. And down at the bottom it's more miscellaneous. Definitely more than the last shelf, because it's just random of all the mix, but still no Imperial, because those have its own shelf. And this wasn't in the last room tour, of course, because I didn't get it till a couple months after that last room tour. But here is where I displayed the Death Star, and I think it looks really awesome, which is why I put the Imperial stuff at the top two shelves, so it kind of goes with the Death Star scene. And then there's a couple small builds like the microfighters to make it look more like a scene where the Death Star is big. On the polybag wall we have some Mixels, and then the Lego Happy Meal cups. And that is all of Mixels Series 1 and Series 2. But I'm not too happy with how they look. Sorry for the shakiness, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them together, because I mostly stopped collecting, getting all the series. But I may take them apart. Next up we have Hobbit, which I love these scenes. We have the Lake Town. Up here we have Dol Guldur. Hopefully I'll get the Dol Guldur Fortress or whatever that set is called, but it's starting to go up in price on eBay. And here is the Goblin King Battle. I love this set. Got the dwarfs here that I have, and I also included the Series 13 just because it kind of fits in. And on the top we have the Elf sets. I forget what this place was called, but we have the Fellowship of the Ring. And then I'm hoping to get a couple more elf sets to go with this scene. Right here is a castle display, and I have just a bunch of mixed themes of minifigures and sets. Not much sets though, but some of the older sets. But it's kind of like my classic space scene in my city, just where it's a mixed themes of that are the same type of category. And here's the shelf where it's a lot of miscellaneous. There's Ninjago here. There's the Samurai X. And there's an extra samurai that kind of matches with the Ninjago. There's Indiana Jones, Paraminers. Indiana Jones might be the first to go for taking apart if I need the room. Here's Aqua Raiders with the Tiger Shark. And then here's Chima and the Nexels. And then there's all the Chi collection. And my one Chima set that I have, unless you count the Speedors, is this Riven ship. And then that's something I made in art, which is a 2x4 brick. And then I have this Lego movie display that I keep miscellaneous things. There's Ultra Agents and then Architecture, Empire State Building. But there's just miscellaneous sets here and there. And here's my extra series minifigures, which I really want to find a place for each one instead of just putting in here. But there's the spears and spinners. And I still have the Duelon Geonosis set, but it fell down or something and it broke, so I have to find a time that I feel like building a broken apart set, because normally I don't want to. And then here's a couple things that I need to make videos on. That's a review, and then this may be a silly review. Back in the corner we have my studio stuff, and then there's Lego minifigure boxes and also other Lego boxes from like the Just Piece sets, and then Millennium Falcon storage container. Here's my Lego book collection. Here's some Lego Club magazines and catalog, and extra studio supplies that I need. In this dresser drawer under the Building the Army Figs shelf, we have all these different instructions, and I mostly sort it by theme, but if you want to see more in depth of how I sort my instructions, comment down below saying you want me to make a video of how I do this. And the last Lego thing in this room worth mentioning is this box of Lego posters, and then there's like Lego drawings, and then it's like a pencil case and just other miscellaneous stuff. And some of it may not be Lego, but this is just some of the places where I keep it. And moving on to a separate room, which is actually in a closet, we store the boxes, which we actually keep the boxes, or I'm talking about my brother and I. We mostly collect the sets. And this isn't all, because up here is where we keep all of it. This is mostly the miscellaneous themes over here, but we kind of store it by theme, and there's boxes stored in each box, and it's just completely overflowing no matter how much I stuff the boxes in each other. So we'll see what we do with this. And there's even boxes back in the corner. And I think this is the last set that's in my brother's room. And if you've seen last year, there's a lot more, mostly because of space of trying to decide on where to put my sets. But maybe I'll replace the Indiana Jones sets with this, because this is awesome. It's the original Agents volcano base, and I just love the look of it. When we head downstairs, here's like my little home office, and there's like a couple different things. There's my Asus laptop, there's extra figures that I don't put in the city, but I put them in Javelin, and then there's the Quinjet with the extra Marvel figures, and then there's some Dimension figures. And in another room I have the Lego City, but I'm not going to go too much over that since you can just watch the city update. But under the normal City Bridge is some parts and some sets, but I'll go more over that in a Lego collection video. And most of my collection is stored in these stack-ons, and then also these. And there's a couple Lego campers stored with some movies, but I may move these into the city somehow. So that concludes the tours of my room today. Hope you have enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what your room looks like compared to mine, or maybe even put a link to your room tour and I'll watch it as well. So hope you have enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.